I was listening to the Tekken soundtrack the other day, and I was thinking, you know, the music in Tekken has been really great and evolved with every iteration. We went from like classical to rock to even dubstep. And sometimes fighting game music can be forgettable, and you know, you can't remember like any of the tracks. You heard the music so often that you never want to hear it again. I'm talking to you, Final Destination. Yeah, you. I heard you too many times. There's no items. Fox only. 3 stock. I asked the Tekken Reddit on what their favorite tracks are, and the answers were varied, just like any other music question. Myself, I like a wide variety of music, and it was really hard to pick just 10 from so many good ones. So here's my list of my favorite top 10 Tekken tracks. So, you haven't uploaded in a really long time? Yeah, actually a lot has happened. I had carpal tunnel for a little bit. I got a bachelor's degree. I got a new career. I got into photography. I cosplay a lot. Well, I'll explain that in another video. Oh, and the green screen? Well, no, I don't stream. I don't do Twitch or anything like that. I don't have the internet capacity for it. But I'll use it for something someday. I still need to iron it, in all honesty. Well, anyways, on to the top 10.
Get ready for the next battle. I fade them. Ready.
One genre that is missing from most fighting games is rap, and that's with good reason. Usually vocal tracks are not very good for fighting games because it can make the music track more repetitive than it should be. Now, I'm not saying this is a good song. This is the only music track where you can audibly hear when it starts over. Even the stage is obnoxious with gold everywhere. If you actually listen to the lyrics, it's actually kind of ridiculous. I got sick of this song in the middle of long matches, and for a while I hated it. And then around the end of the song, they just yell, Tekken, 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 Tekken. But just like the yodeling on Tekken 6, I somehow got to like it again. If you watch my Tekken Revolution videos, you know that I put this as my last track every time, kinda like boss music. It's so bad that it's good. I really like it. So if I ever meet Snoop Dogg, I'll tell him my favorite song of his is Knock 'Em Down. This one is number 9 for nostalgic reasons. My best friend and I would play Tekken bowling a lot, and this track will always remind us of that time. Which is weird because my favorite part of a fighting game was the bowling. That was simple and it didn't give you anything, and it was such a cool inclusion though. We just played it for hours on end. There would be times where we would purposely try to max out the meter and couldn't do it, and then randomly get it when we were trying to get a high score. It's a nice techno orchestra track that'll give me fond memories every time I hear it. This music is very calm. And you don't want calm music in a fighting game, right? But I like it anyways. It's at an airport, and this music fit the airport theme very well. The thing is, there's not that much to the track either. It's really simple. I'm not sure what reasons they used to include this track, but I'm glad they did, because I could hear this in the background for a really long time and I'll be alright. The only issue with this track is in Tekken 4. Hall of Fate Resurrection. A track that I didn't get to hear at all for a very long time because it was on Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection and I didn't have a PlayStation Portable. It was actually by complete accident that I found out about this track. There's an Akuma vs. Chameleon video on Newgrounds, and they played this rocking tune during the fight, which caused me to look it up, and then I found out it was a Tekken track. How have I not heard this before? Oh, it's on Dark Resurrection. No wonder. It's complex, and a lot of instruments went into it. It's too bad I missed out on it though. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks. Temple Grounds on Tekken 6. This song and the stage is a wonderful combination. This track gets your adrenaline pumping with those guitar riffs, while the hymns give it like a sense of mystique. The track builds up tension as the battle continues, and the stage is great for showcasing what lighting effects can be done on the PS2 as it transitions through that eclipse. Now, I heard this track first while watching YouTube videos of Tekken 6 before it came out on consoles, and I was pretty hooked. The Abyss of Time, another great example of music and stage. We have a Indonesian orchestra in the background while 2 to 4 fighters go at it. I love it when this stage comes out online. There are paper lanterns in the background, and this stage just makes me want to visit the world or some paper lantern event. Now, how great would it be to go to a restaurant with this setting, and then you walk up to a conductor and ask, "Hey, do you know that track from Tekken?" And they reply, "I got you, fam." And they start playing it. That'll be awesome. I don't know what I'm saying. Forest Law Tekken 3 arcade version. In general, I believe the PlayStation tracks are superior to the arcade tracks, except for 2, Kings and Forest Law. Now, it's not a very complex track, but it's very unique, and this is a track that brings me back to the Tekken arcade days. Now, the only downside is the music changes at 1:30, but if you're playing 2 out of 3 rounds on an arcade cabinet, the game will go so quickly you wouldn't even hear it. Luckily, we got the arcade music options in Tekken 3 for the PS1, so you can hear it in its entirety without spending any quarters. So, my capture card won't record Tekken 2 footage, even though it just recorded Tekken 3. So, for the last 3, I'll just do it this way. So number 3 is Quiet Interim Report. And out of all the music tracks, that's probably one of the lamest names I ever heard. Hey, what are you listening to? Oh, Quiet Interim Report. It's quite jamming. So this track fills me up with a lot of nostalgia. Actually, it's because of this music track that made me do this video. It's played when you reach the mid-boss of Tekken 2. And you know, Tekken 2 really had an amazing soundtrack. I mean, the type of music was quite varied. Every Tekken has like a specific genre they like to use. Like Tekken 3 has their rock guitars, and Tekken 2 with their dubstep. Tekken 2, I can't quite pinpoint what type of music they play. Maybe it's techno, but maybe that's why I like it so much. And speaking of Tekken 2, so, the number 2 track is Michelle Chang's stage music, which is Nobody Catch Me in Tekken 2. Now, this is actually the very first stage music I've ever heard in any Tekken. I mean, when I got the game, my first opponent was Michelle Chang, and this plays, and it has a very serene background with I believe it's the canyons from Arizona. And this track says, like, you know, it's the early 90s. You just filled your backpack, the sun is out, and you're ready to go for an adventure. This track is how I got into the world of Tekken, and you know, it sounds good, and it even sounds great to, like, you know, something that you'll wake up to with an alarm, which I'll never do though. You know, you never set a music track that you like to an alarm, because you know you'll hate it forever. What am I even talking about? So, this is the number 1 track. I'll give you a moment to guess what it might be. Alright, so this is Around the World, which is from Tekken 5. Now, if you haven't heard this song before, there's good reason. It's hidden away in the theater options, and is for a demo reel of Tekken 5 they used in the TGS 2004. Now, I've used this track before in my videos, and I'll probably use it again. I mean, I like it a lot. It's complex, there's extra instruments and strings that come along, and yeah, so my favorite track from a Tekken demo reel. But I don't care. It's great. It's unfortunate they don't actually use it again. I mean, this track could easily fit into the credit screen. Now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but by reading your previous YouTube comments, looks like it has to be said. This is my personal list, so if your list or your favorites differ than mine, then feel free to type them out below. I mean, I did miss a lot of good songs, like the Electric Fountain in Tekken 6, or Tekken Tag 2's Holland. There were too many to choose from, actually. And I'd like to give a big thanks to the Tekken Reddit, and to this particular person who commented on my YouTube channel. You actually gave me the final push to make another YouTube video. Also, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and I know that I've been gone for a while, and I'll explain why in the future. So, the video on the bottom... Oh, here. Left? No. On the bottom left is a previous video I've done. It's a special game over screens from Tekken Tag 2. And on the bottom right is my friend Sing describing her experience traveling to New York for an audition. And once again, thanks for watching.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4